So when I was a little girl, I went to a very small elementary school. And I will say the first several years were boring. And if you know me, I like fun and I like engagement. So, I was even scared to talk. Like, you weren't allowed to say anything. It was very, very strict. And I remember in kindergarten, I actually had the nerve to ask one of my friends what their name was. Now, that took a lot of courage because I was shy and introverted and didn't talk to anybody. A lot of people thought that I didn't even know how to talk until I was in 4th grade. So I got in trouble for asking that little girl in 4th grade, and she stood at the door the first day of school. Well, this was like 25 years ago. And she said, "Welcome, Jada. I am so glad you're in my class this year. We're going to have so much fun." Now, that was a game changer for me because I expected that this school was going to be fun. And she did not let go of that promise. She made sure that everything that we did was fun and interactive and made sure that I was engaged. She flittered around the classroom like a butterfly. I love this woman. We hatched chickens. We had 2 lizards named Leonardo and Michelangelo, I think. But everything was so fun. She just mesmerized me. But she made sure we were doing projects. And if you know me, I love to work with my hands, I'm very creative. But she changed the way I thought of school. My 5th grade teacher did the same thing. My 4th grade teacher inspired me so much that I talked my head off in 5th grade. Now, I have a friend in this room that was in my 5th grade class, and she can, vouch for that and not shut up. But it was because I had these 2 teachers that made sure learning was fun, engaging, and that we used project-based learning before it was the big hub in education. So when I became a teacher, I was like, you know what? I have to make my students feel the same way that my 4th and 5th grade teachers made me feel. So I wanted to make sure that my students were going to have fun. I want kids to love coming into my class. So the first thing that I make sure and do, you stand at that door on the first day of school and you tell the kids, "Hey, I'm glad you're here. We're going to have fun. This is going to be a great year." If you tell the kids that you're proud of them and that you are valued in their classroom, the kids are going to work harder. As adults in the workplace, if your not principal, but if your boss tells you, "You know what? I'm so glad you did that. I'm very proud. Thank you." You know what? That lifts you up a little bit and makes you want to do more. That's the same way with students. They want to feel proud of themselves. And in my classroom, not only telling the kids that they are important people in my classroom, but I give them jobs. Now, if you're a classroom teacher, most teachers give their students jobs. This helps to lead into the students into the workplace. Because once you're there, you have work to do to get paid. If you want your paycheck, you have to do your job. So each child fills out an application for a job in my classroom, and they have to list the characteristics that are important for them to complete that job. So if they want to be my door holder, well, they have to tell me why it's important to be a door holder. What characteristics do they have that makes me want to give them that job? I hire them, but I can also fire them if they don't do their job, and they know that. But that leads into empowerment in the classroom. When the students take charge of their own learning, and they are invested in what they're doing, that makes things a little more fun when they know that they're in charge. So in my classroom, we set goals. I don't set all the goals. I let the students set their goals with data notebooks. And if they want to achieve, I want to learn all 10 multiplication tables by the end of October. Well, you know what? Let's do that. We set goals for them, and then we evaluate them to see if they're actually meeting those goals. But if the student sets that goal, you know what? They're going to be taking part into trying to do that. Now, student empowerment is taking charge of learning, but giving the students choices. Now, I'm not saying that giving them a choice all the time is great, because giving choices is kind of like it's engagement, but it's not always, it's more like compliance. it. So I want you to think, who here's been to Sweet Frog? Everybody been to Sweet Frog? Yeah. All right, so you go to the ice cream store, and you see a buffet with sprinkles and gummy worms and graham crackers. You know what? You are invested in that ice cream sundae. You are going to own it because you are filling your bucket full of yummy goodness. And you know what? With kids, they will eat that whether it tastes good or not because they made it. So I want you to think about that in the classroom. If you're giving the students all the tools that they need to learn something, it's going to be a little bit more fun. It's going to be a little bit more engaging because they know all this stuff is in front of them to learn with. And that's the same way as adults in your job. You have the tools there ready for you. You just have to use them. Now, also, in the workplace, is everybody on the same page at the same time? No. So I know there's a lot of lawyers here. So if you're in a law office and you go in, is every single lawyer working on the same case, on the same page at the same time? Probably not. They all have different clients. They all have different things that they have to work on. Well, that's what it should be when you walk into a classroom as well. In my own classroom, we're departmentalized, so I work with around 70 students a day. If you walk into my room, everybody is not doing the same thing at the same time because that's boring. So for instance, if I'm writing an essay with the students, you know what? Every single student in that room is on a different part of that activity. And that's the beauty of teaching, is not making all the students do the same thing at the same time. Because if you teach to the middle, guess what? You're only teaching to the middle. Those students that are a little bit lower and that are struggling, they're lost. And the students that are a little bit higher, they're bored. Boring is not an option in my classroom. So I make sure that I set the learning to where everybody's engaged and everybody is working at their own level. Is that a little bit more work for a teacher? Yes, it is. Is it worth it? Yes. Because I can see that my students are meeting goals. They're raising those scores that everybody's invested in because they've taken charge of their own learning. Now, I know a lot of you guys have probably been to my classroom or you've seen pictures. Who here's seen me? Yeah? All right. So in my classroom, there's discussions. There's collaboration. Students are working together. It's never quiet like my kindergarten classroom when I wasn't allowed to talk. When you walk in, even if they're writing an essay, sometimes I put music on because sometimes that helps the brain when you listen to something. Now, does everybody learn that way? No. So for those students that like the quiet, guess what? They bring earplugs. Or I provide those little cheap ones and they keep them in a little baggie. Because I'm trying to meet the needs of all the learners in my classroom. But when you are working in your job, do you always just work by yourself? Most of the time you don't. Usually there's meetings that you have to collaborate with others. There's a project that you have to work on, right? The same thing in the school system. You need to teach the students those collaboration skills. So whenever they get to the workforce, you know what? I did this. I worked with a partner. I worked with a group on this because my teacher told me how to do this. Not only does this help foster relationships, but it also works on those listening, speaking, viewing skills that you need in the future. I will say, I have never had a kid leave my classroom saying that they were bored or disengaged. If you're an educator, think of ways that you can let the students own their own learning process. What can they do? What can they do in your classroom that they can be doing for themselves? Do you always need to tell them, hey, we're going to write an essay? Do you need to tell them the topic? No, that's boring. If the student has a choice in what they're writing about, they're going to be a little bit more excited. Now, I want to tie this into the West Virginia Ready Graduate Program with the Education Alliance because we're wanting our students in West Virginia, we want what's best for them, but we want them to be able to leave high school or leave college, be ready to work with other people. And all of those things that I incorporate into my classroom gets the students ready. For one, with the STEM and the STEAM, I use robots, I use all kinds of manipulatives for students to learn learn, we use technology. We make it fun because they use their hands and they're being creative. In the workforce, you have to be creative sometimes to be able to get a project done. Being innovative, thinking outside the box to get standards completed. We have tons of things that we have to do every day as an educator in our classroom. But if you let the students take charge and say, hey, here's the standards, how do you want to learn these? You're still meeting everything that the county or the state requires of you. You're just letting the students take charge a little bit more. And you're making them more confident in what they're doing. And you want confidence so people will know that they're doing a good job. So if you see a student say it, tell them, you're doing a good job. I'm so proud of you. You rocked this out. This was so fun. How do you feel? Now before I go any further, for those educators, I brought this book. It's called Empower. It's one of the best books that I've probably ever read as an educator. It just shows you little ideas to get students learning on their own. But I want you guys in the community to think of something that you could do to help us teachers. I am all the time bringing in guest speakers into my classroom to facilitate discussions and excitement into learning. I want my students to say, hey, you know what, there's a lawyer, this is how he uses this. There's a pharmacist, this is how he uses this in his job. This is an architect. He builds, he constructs things. I've had meteorologists coming into my classroom because I want the students to see that, you know what, when you're done with school, you have a job. You're going to be productive citizens of society. This is what you're going to do. So I want you guys to think, what can you bring to the educator's classroom to help us foster this creativity, this desire to make learning fun and engaging? Now, it doesn't just have to be coming to my room to do a read aloud. Yes, that's important. But what could you do? I had a teacher last year. She had these employees from Starbucks come into her classroom and they did fractions with the students. And they mixed like frappuccinos and all that kind of stuff. And used measuring. It was so much fun. Now, I know fractions are important, but how would you rather learn it? With a teacher up here lecturing or making frappuccinos from Starbucks? I mean, come on now. I mean, I would rather go to Starbucks, but you know. But the students remembered that. Think of what your company has to offer our school system. We don't always need money. Now, money's nice, but we need your time. We need you to volunteer. Come into our classrooms. Come into our schools. Tell us what you do. Make that engaging and fun for our students. Teachers are the reason that students